Mountain pose. Line everything up and just allow your breath to come into your practice. Ground through those feet. Smoothing everything out. Yeah. All right, and we're just going to let the breath naturally deepen now. So the next time you exhale, draw your belly button towards your spine, clean things out, and then take a nice inhale. And just feel your body open up with the breath, and then softly exhaling. And the body opens up with the breath again. And just a couple times like that. And then just come back to your normal breath. So at the new moon, we plant seeds of intention, right? So we're going to capture intention and nurture it with our breath and with our movement tonight. So let's review locust hand mudra. So locust position, lotus, not locust. Lotus for the hands. The heels of the hands come together, the pinkies touch, the thumbs touch, and the middle three fingers spread out so you're like a nice cup that things can fall into. And then slowly begin to press your palms together, sealing in that intention that you captured here, and bring it to your heart. So that's what we're going to be doing with our hands now. As we exhale, keep the feet grounded. Inhale, float the arms all the way up. And then bring the hands to lotus position here. Drop our intention into the hands. And as you bring your hands to your heart, bring that intention into your heart. Is this making sense? Let's do it again. Inhale, arms long. Lotus mudra with the hands here, capturing our intention and bringing it to the heart. And one more time, inhale, capture in lotus, hands to heart, and release. All right. So we're going to continue waking up our energy with our spinal refresher series. The feet slightly wider than hip width distance. We'll do with the elbows out to goalpost here. And then round forward and bring the forearms toward each other and open up. This is also called Venus flytrap. And it's capture and release. So as we come in to what we consider our cat, we're capturing and then we're opening up and releasing. Get that spine moving. And the next time you're forward, just hold here. Touch your palms together, press through the feet, draw the fingertips up toward the sky. Inhale. And exhale, come into mountain pose with your big toes touching. Okay, so we're just going to find balance here from this very narrow stance. Find the four corners of your feet and just breathe into that. All right, so now we're going to move into our tilting. So take your feet wider than hip width distance, probably about mat width distance is enough. Bring your hands to your shoulders, and as you tilt to the left, let your knees bend and come up. Tilt to the right, knees bend and come up. We're going to the left, starting to feel that opening in the side body. Straighten the legs as you come up to the side and up. We're going to add on here. take it to the left and up. We're going to go back to the left this time and extend the arms. Bring them in and come up. We go to the right, knees bend, and come up. Back to the right, extend, in and up. Now take the arms long as you move left. Come in, straighten. Take the arms long as you move right. Come in, up. Take it to the left and up. Take it to the right and up. Take it to the left. We're staying here now, and bring the hands to the shoulders and extend to the shoulder. Feel your right side. Extend to the shoulders. Extend. One more time. To the shoulders. Extend. Bring it in. Straighten the legs. Take it down. Tilt to the right. Stay here. Notice what's happening in your left side. 2, 3, and 4. And come up. Shake things out. Inhale and exhale. All right, so now for our twisting, we're just going to do some nice shoulder opening, gentle twisting. So your feet are just slightly wider than hip width distance. This time the toes are facing forward. The knees and hips are soft. Your hands are on your thighs. And take your right arm up behind you and then back to your right thigh. Left arm behind you and then left hand back to the left thigh. And just move through that. Let your knees and hips move too. Making sure to open everything. We started to the right, so we're going to go one more time, and the next time you open to the left, consider yourself even, and come back to center and shake it out. All right, so we need some energy for our seeds of intention to help them grow, so we're going to gather goddess energy now. We're coming back to those legs wider than hip width distance with the toes out. So if mat width distance isn't far enough for you to feel comfortable and you want to go farther, you can either turn sideways so you still have mat there, or just let your feet be off the mat for a moment, okay? So here we go. We're taking the arms straight up, the legs are up. Now turn your palms out. Knees bend as the arms come out by the shoulders. Stay here, arms forward. Here's the gathering energy in toward the heart. Now straighten up, reach up. Exhale down. Arms forward, gather the energy. Inhale up. We're going to smooth this out. Down, forward, and in. We're going to do this 2 more times. Just go nice and smooth, out, forward, and in. And one more time, up, out, forward, and in. Now reach up and come back to mountain pose. Okay, you can have your feet hip width, you can have your big toes touching. Just take a few breaths here and see if you can feel the energy moving through you, feel some nice spaciousness inside the body. Inhale and exhale. And we're going to come to the top of the mat. Okay? We'll go this way tonight. Top of your mat. Finding mountain pose at the top of your mat and working our way to a downward facing dog. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Remember, in swan dive, we don't care how far down we go. The spine is long. We're folding over the hip creases. We'll take a half lift here, shine the heart forward, sink everything down, and just step back into a downward facing dog. So a nice dog here, feeling the length and everything that happens in your dog. And then let's walk it out. And press one heel down and hold. Switch sides. Both heels down and hold. Bringing the knees down, and we'll sit off to the side. Okay, so you can do this with your legs crossed right now or your legs straight. It doesn't matter, whichever's more comfortable for you. We're going to do some heart opening. Okay, the moon is dark, right? We can't see much, if any of it. So we're going to do some extra heart opening. So let's sit nice and tall here. Whether your legs are crossed or your legs are straight, the spine is long, hands come to the heart. Inhale the fingertips up toward the sky. Exhale, clasp your hands behind you. And then shine your heart forward. Take your shoulder blades toward each other. And without throwing your head back, gently look up. Opening the heart, and then release the hands back to the heart. Inhale up. Exhale. Clasp. Notice how your clasp went this time. Change your fingers by one if you're in the same exact clasp you started with. And shine your heart forward. And then exhale. Bring your hands back. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale. Clasp. Just notice which clasp did you go to. And shine your heart forward. And release. Shake it out. So nice open heart. Now we're all going to straighten the legs because we're going to do reverse plank. We'll start with the hips down version and as an option, hips up version. Okay? Everybody good to go? All right, let's bring the hands back. Hips stay down here and shine your heart up. Reverse plank here. And release. Okay? Now if you want to raise the hips, you're going to dig your heels in. Okay? If you're on the chair, you're just going to hold on to the back of the chair and shine your heart forward. Here we go. Dig your heels in, hips up if you're going there. Reverse plank. And take it down. All right, let's shake it out. Inhale and exhale. We're going to add some breath to that. You never have to raise your hips. We'll do it 2 more times. You can raise your hips one time and not the other. Okay, or you can raise your hips both times. Completely up to you. Hands to the heart. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale. Hands back. Float into your reverse plank. Once again, we're not throwing the head back. The head is just an extension of the spine right now. Bring the hips down. And hands forward. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands down. And reverse plank. Hips lift or they stay down, your choice. And exhale, bring your hands forward. All right, let's shake everything out, especially those wrists. Those reverse planks can really put some burden on the wrist. We did a lot of heart opening, so we're just going to do a counter pose for that. Okay, so let's have the legs straight here. Take your right hand to your left shoulder, left hand to your right. We're not folding forward. We're going to roll the shoulders forward toward each other and tuck the chin. So we're counterposing that strong front shoulder opening. And then release, open the arms. Left hand goes first this time to the right shoulder, right hand to the left shoulder. Roll your shoulders toward each other and tuck your chin. And release and shake it out. All right, so for core, we're going to start out with some dead bugs. And dead bug is very efficient because it gives a lot of movement to the hips as well. So let's go ahead and take it down. 2 feet to the mat. Hands by your side. Okay? So we'll start from here and we'll keep everything grounded for our first round. Okay? Remember, when we take the leg forward, the heel is going to stay off the earth. So here we go, right leg, left arm, and then bring it in, bring the right foot down. Left leg, right arm. Yep, in the chair, lift the leg, good, thank you. And down. All right, let's do that again. Right leg, left arm. And in, left leg, right arm. And in. So that's version 1. You can do that, okay? Next up is 2 knees up, 2 arms up. We're going right leg, left arm. And in, left leg, right arm. And in, right leg, left arm again. And in, left leg, right arm again. And in. All right, bring your knees in, rock a little side to side. Inhale and exhale. All right, next up, straight leg version. Legs straight up, arms straight up. Right leg, left arm. And up. We're just experimenting. Left leg, right up. You're noticing what works well for you, what is not working well. Right leg, left arm. Left leg, right arm. And bring your knees in. So review in your mind those 3. Which ones are you okay with doing again? And is there any one that you really didn't work for you, hurt your back, or just made you feel like you weren't even accomplishing anything? Okay, because that can happen too. Bring your feet down, open and close your knees. Inhale and exhale. We're going to pick a version. Remember, it's either 2 feet down, 2 knees up, or legs straight. And we're going to go 4 times on the right and 4 times on the left. Are you ready? Right and up. Right again. And up. Right again. And up. Right again. And up. Left. And up. You can switch at any time, right? Left and up. Left and up. And one more time on the left and up. And bring it in, rock side to side. Okay, let's do double leg versions. 2 feet to the mat. We'll have the hands by our side to start with when we have 2 feet on the mat. Extend both legs and both arms and bring everything back to the earth. Extend both legs and both arms. Bring it back to the earth. 2 knees up, arms up. Both legs, both arms. And in. Both legs, both arms. And in. Legs straight version. Both legs, both arms. And in. Remember, we're controlling, not swinging. Good. Both legs, both arms. And in. And take it in. Rock it out side to side. If none of the double leg versions worked for you, do 2 right and 2 left. If you want to do double legs with your feet down or your knees up or your legs straight, we're doing 4. Does that make sense? Raise a leg and wiggle your foot at me if that makes sense. Okay? All right, nothing really new here for you guys, right? We've done a lot of this. So just take your position, okay? And we're going 4 times. Down. And up. No momentum. All effort, all muscle here. Down. And up. And down. And up. And one last time. Down. And up. And bring it in. Rock from side to side. Inhale and exhale. All right, now bring your feet down, and we're going to do some oblique versions. Not a whole lot, we'll do just a few oblique versions. 2 feet on the mat, arms up, palms touch, roll up, both hands outside the right leg, come center, down, roll up, both hands outside the left leg, center and down. Now take your knees up, roll up, both hands outside the right leg, extend your left leg, in, center and down, roll up, hands outside the left, right leg extends, center and down, legs long. If you're going legs long, fine. If not, that's fine too. Roll up, hands outside the right leg, left leg down and up. Take it down. Roll up, hands outside the left leg, right leg down and up, and bring it in, release. Inhale and exhale. All right, we're going to do that two more times to each side, okay? So if you want to work feet down, knees, or straight legs, take your position. We're going to go 2 times to the right, 2 times to the left. Palms touch, roll up, hands right, left leg out and in or down and up, center and down. Back to the right, take it over, left leg moves. And center and down. Take it up to the left, right leg moves. And down, take it up one last time to the left, right leg moves. And bring it in. Oh. Bring your feet to the mat. Let those knees open and close. Little butterfly wings here. And we'll take a couple of breaths. Okay, so now we're going to start to release those hips. Take your right ankle across the left thigh. Flex your right foot. Bring your legs in towards you. We're in a pigeon here, and we're going to move that pigeon around. So take your legs side to side, forward and back, in a circle, whatever works for you to feel like you're getting nice movement in that hip. And then just come back to center in your figure 4. Take your left leg straight up, point and flex your left foot. Circle your ankle one direction and the other. And release, unwind, left ankle over right thigh, coming into that nice open pigeon. And notice how the left hip is doing. How was the right hip doing? How's your left hip doing? You can move the legs forward and back, side to side, make circles. Just releasing those hips, especially the left one right now. Come back to center, take the right leg up, point and flex your right foot. And then circle the ankle one direction and the other. And then release, unwind, 2 feet to the mat. Just let those knees move, open and close. Excellent. Come on to hands and knees. All right, and make sure your knees have enough padding, your wrists are comfortable. You can be doing this at the wall, right? We're going to go plank, push up, hips toward heels, and keep going. All right, so familiar, right? Knees up or knees down for your plank. Push up, hips toward heels. Okay? Try and get those triceps involved in the push-up by taking the elbows back rather than out. Okay, so just keep moving. Plank, push up. Yep, you could have your hands on the back of a chair. you could have your hands on the wall. Everybody has a place. All right. Take your next plank to push-up as slow as you can. Nice and slow, really feel it in the arms. And then when you push back, come into child's pose, thinking about the seeds of intention that you're planting, okay? What is it that you want to cultivate when we move through the new moon phase and as the moon starts to get full again in the next couple of weeks? And just breathe into that space.
Welcome to the webinar. Please stand by.
All right, and then as you're ready, find your way into a nice downward facing dog. Feel the length and extension of down dog and start to walk your feet forward, taking them a little wider each time till you wind up with your feet mat width distance apart. Bring your forearms to your thighs, bring your hands to your heart, press through the feet strongly, fingertips up toward the sky. Inhale and exhale, coming into mountain pose. And take a few breaths. All right. Everybody ready to move into sun salutations? Okay, we are going to be doing bow, remember, as our back bend, so it'll be half bow, some will do full bow. So if you want to have your strap nearby for the bow, please go ahead and have that nearby. Okay, and we're going to do a low crescent lunge to make sure that our front hip flexors are nice and open for our bow pose. Okay, so let's go ahead and come to the top of the mat here. Find mountain pose. So make sure you have enough padding for your knees for the crescent lunge. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Come over straight legs, come down as far as you want, or stay as high as you want. Now just bring your hands to your legs, keep your legs straight and half lift. Shine your heart forward, bend at the knees and hips, hands down. Step back, right leg into your lunge. Bring your right knee down and come into a nice crescent lunge. Feel that nice opening in the front hip flexor. Bring the hands down. Find your way to plank, knees up or down. As usual, if your knees are up, try and come onto the very tips of your toes and then chaturanga. See if that helps you stay a little more strong in your chaturanga. Okay, and now we're going to take the left forearm parallel to the front of the mat here. Bend your right knee, reach the right arm behind, and take your right ankle. Okay, so this is where you can have a strap if that is something that will be helpful for you. Press into your left forearm, shine your heart forward. Yeah. If you're standing, you're just going to do this like a baby dancer. Release. Now take your right forearm parallel to the front of the mat. Bend your left knee, reach around, find your left ankle, and half bow on the left. You can press into that right forearm to help lift your heart. And release. Hands under the shoulders, down dog. Okay, and now since we just spent a lot of time opening those front hip flexors. Let's take the right leg up, bend the knee, open the hip, and just enjoy that feeling. Open the hip, and maybe look under your left arm, see if you can spot your right foot back there. Come back to center, take a big step forward with your right foot and come into low crescent lunge. Bring the hands down, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. We're going to engage all the muscles of the body, super strong, right? The core is engaged, all the leg muscles are engaged. Big step forward, half lift. Slide your hands down your legs for forward fold. Float the arms out and up. Palms touch. And hands come heart center. All right, is everybody good to go on the other side? We okay? All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to go for it. We're going to keep it the same way and do that hip opening from down dog that we did. This time we'll do it on the left side. Here we go. Float the arms up. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive over straight legs. Remember, you're always in control of how far you go. Take a half lift. Yes, hands down. This time we start with the left leg back. Find that lunge. Left knee down, low crescent lunge. Hands down. Find your way to your plank. It's going to be knees up or knees down for you. And then a nice strong chaturanga. Okay? Again, you could be at a chair. You could even do this as an air pose, right? And we're coming back into the bow. So let's do half bow and half bow, unless you already know that, or you want to try bending both knees and grabbing both ankles. Okay? If that's you, go ahead and do that. If not, take your left forearm parallel with the mat, bend your right knee, reach back, find your right ankle, half bow. If you're in full bow, come down, take a break. Right forearm, if you're going half bow, right forearm parallel to the top of the mat, left side half bow. If you're going into full bow, you're in full bow. And we'll all release. And now we're going to make a pillow with the hands, rest the forehead, bend the knees, and let those legs rock side to side. Okay, if you are doing standing bows, just put your hands on the back of the chair, walk back, and let your hips move side to side. We just want to release the spine. Bring the feet down and take it up to downward facing dog. So down dog, everybody. Everything's nice and long here. Inhale and exhale. Okay. Taking the left leg up this time, bend the knee and open up. Look under your right arm. See if you can spot your left foot. Come back around to center. Take a big step forward with your left foot. Right knee down. Arrange yourself for a low crescent lunge. Bring your hands down, lift your back knee, engage your muscles, super strong. Big step forward, half lift, forward fold. Float the arms out and up, palms touch. And hands come heart center. And let's breathe in mountain pose. Inhale and exhale. All right. Everybody okay here? We good? Let's take a couple of breaths. All right, so we're going to do a Warrior 2 series, okay? So go ahead and take your legs wide. So Warrior 2, the super wide legs. Inhale and exhale. Turn your right toes to the right, your left toes in at an angle. Bend your right knee, it's right over your ankle, okay? And we want the feet super grounded. So we're going to be moving through a series here. So we want the setup to be really strong, okay? Both feet are super grounded, pelvis is level, shoulders over hips, arms in line with the shoulders. Gaze past your right fingertips. Inhale and exhale. All right, so this is Warrior 2. We're going to take it to the reverse. Left hand down, right arm up, reverse. And come to center, back to Warrior 2, and take it to a side angle. And for side angle, your left arm could be straight up, could be over the ear, whichever feels best to you. And bring it up. I'm going to turn around so I can show you an arm alternative for the reverse warrior. So we're in Warrior 2 here. Last time we took the back arm down. You can choose, if you choose, bend your back elbow, turn the palm up, and come into your reverse this way. Take it back to Warrior 2, and then into side angle with that left arm up or by the ear. Coming back to Warrior 2, reverse warrior. That left hand is either down or the left elbow is bent. You reverse. Warrior 2, side angle. And then come back to Warrior 2. All right, so we're feeling the energy now of Warrior 2, super grounded from the waist down, light from the waist up, gazing past the right fingertips. Bring your hands to your heart. Turn all 10 toes forward, and we're folding over the hip creases, just slowly going down. We're going at the most halfway. If you want to stop before you even get to halfway, that's great too. Going halfway or higher. Inhale and exhale. And then press through the feet and slowly start to rise up. Fingertips up toward the sky. Inhale. And let's try and take the legs back together as you bring your arms down, shake things out. All right, are we good to go to the left? So remember those two versions of reverse warrior. It's either right hand down or right elbow's going to bend. Your choice. Take your legs wide, left toes open to the left, left knee over left ankle, right toes in at an angle, pelvis level, shoulders over hips, arms out. Gaze past your left fingertips. Okay, so we're super grounded here, and we're moving now just from the waist. Okay, so we take it to reverse warrior. Back to Warrior 2. Side angle, right arm straight up or right arm over the ear. At any rate, we are not leaning into our left thigh. The core is working here. Back to Warrior 2. Back to reverse. Back to Warrior 2. And side angle. Right? We're not being supported by the left arm, we're being supported by the core. Back to Warrior 2. I think we need to go through one more time. Reverse. Warrior two. Side angle. Landing back in warrior two, calmly gazing past the left fingertips. Breathing into our intention, knowing that we have the strength to nourish and achieve whatever our intention is. Let's turn the toes forward, bring the hands to the heart. Inhale, legs are still straight, and just go as far down as you want here. And when you get to where you feel like stopping, let your hands release either to your legs or the floor, and go ahead and just move around. So let this forward fold just be a happy place for you. Things are starting to release. You're starting to notice if anything feels tight, and you're giving it the opportunity to loosen up. Whew. And then come back to center here. Bring your hands to your hips. We're going to come halfway up from wherever you are, just halfway. Take some breaths here. Press through the feet. Stand tall. Inhale and exhale. And then find a way to get your legs back together. Heel, toe, hop, whatever feels good to you. Shake things out. All right, let's stand in mountain pose and just feel into that. Inhale and exhale. All right, we're going to do a little sun and moon balance here. So we'll start with the feet hip width distance apart. This is very familiar. We're not going to break it down 100 ways. We're just going to go for it. Okay, so hands to the hips. Yeah, you like that. Right heel up. And you know by now, right knee, you can always keep your toes down if you want. Left arm up. We're in sun and moon. If you start to move in and out of it, that's fine too. You're practicing balance. Fix your gaze, calm your mind, and release. Okay, let's see how the other side reacts. Hands to the hips, heel, knee if that's okay, right arm up. The left fingertips point down. So there's energy reaching up to the sky and energy through those left fingertips reaching down to the earth, and release. All right, who wants to have even more fun with sun and moon? We all do, yes? All right, so we're going to go step, 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 sun and moon. So we're practicing moving balance, all right? So starting with the right, step, 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 sun and moon. Walk it back. Starting with the left, step, 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 sun and moon. Woo. And walk it back. That's what we're doing. Ready? Right step, 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 sun and moon. Come back, left step, step, step. Okay, and then just work on smoothing it out for you. Step, 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 sun and moon. We don't all have to be going at the same pace, so just keep going. Left, 2, 3, sun and moon. Right, 2, 3, sun and moon. Left, 2, 3, sun and moon. Just go ahead. So what this is doing, it's training the body. We can be in motion and all of a sudden need to balance, right? So we started with the right. So the next time you go left, 2, 3, sun and moon, you should be even. Okay. And then just find your way to the top of your mat and take a few breaths here. So we want to allow the mind to incorporate that learning. We can be in motion and we can just balance if we need to, right? We can just stop and all of a sudden balance anytime we need to. Okay? All right, so now let's go ahead and move around, wiggle around, feel into your body, see anything that needs to happen for you. Look around your space, see if there's something that you want to bring with you when we come down, right? It might be something to cover up. Maybe it's getting a little cooled off in your space, okay? And when you're ready, come to the top of your mat, find mountain pose. Inhale and exhale. All right, so we're going to be meeting in down dog. If you want to do a vinyasa on your way, I'm going to do that tonight. So otherwise you'll go straight to down dog. So it'll make more sense as we go through. Float the arms up, inhale, exhale, swan dive. Take a half lift. Sink the hips down. From here, if you just want to go to down dog, just go to down dog. If you want to do another vinyasa before we finish up, plank, chaturanga, nice little back bend here, maybe cobra, and now down dog. And now we're all back together in down dog, and everybody was empowered to do what they want with their practice, right? It's your practice, it's nobody else's practice. Take a few breaths in your down dog. Now let's go ahead and take the knees to one side, hips to the other. Come back to center, bring the knees down. Sit off to the side and find seated mountain pose. So from here, we're going to take a nice deep breath up and come into Lotus Mudra with the hands. So reach up, tall, tall, tall. Heels of the hands, pinkies and thumbs touch. Remember your intention. Draw that intention into your heart. And just sit here for a moment, breathing into that space. And then as you're ready, just shake everything out. Shake those legs out. Inhale and exhale. Okay, so we'll do a couple of nice soft forward folds. Just gently float the arms up and gently melt forward. Roll your hands up your legs, and one more time, just gently up with the arms and just let your body melt forward. Good. And bring it up. Okay, so we're going to come into Baddha Konasana now. All right, cobbler's pose. So soles of the feet are together and we're holding on to the shins here. The heels might be far away from the pelvis. They might be close in. We don't want the knees way up toward our face, right? So that's one way to determine how far your heels are away from your pelvis. If this doesn't feel good to you, take your feet 6 inches apart for more of a garland pose and see if that helps, okay? If it still doesn't, just work with your legs at rest, more straightforward. Everybody good here? We're holding on to the shins. Unless your legs are way forward, then just hold on to some other part of your leg. And inhale, reach through like you're doing a cow here, okay? The heart shines forward. And then round and gaze towards your lap, just like you're doing a cat. Reach through, so it's like cats and cows from Baddha Konasana. And notice what's going on in your inner thighs here. Then notice what's going on in your shoulders. next time you're forward, just hold here, gazing down toward your feet, maybe even a little ahead of your toes here. And just breathe. And then come on back up to seated. Put one hand under each knee and bring your knees up. We're rolling down, taking it down to the earth here. Inhale and exhale. All right, so we're going to be doing a twist now. So plant your feet. They're hip width distance apart. Lift your hips. Take your hips 2 inches over to the right, just 2 inches. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Take your left hand outside your right thigh. Take your right arm long out from your right shoulder. Inhale, and as you exhale, let both legs come over to the left. Okay, your right hip's going to come up, but your right shoulder stays on the earth. And turn your gaze past your right fingertips. All right, let's go ahead and take the left hand off the right leg. Draw the legs back up to center. Unwind 2 feet to the mat. Lift your hips and center them again. Now we lift and take them 2 inches over to the left. Cross the left thigh over the right. Take the right hand outside the left leg. The left arm is out from the shoulder. And take both knees over to the right as you take your gaze past your left fingertips. Release, come back to center, unwind 2 feet to the mat, recenter your hips, knees are bent. Go ahead and let them open and close a little bit here. Inhale and exhale. We're going to extend both arms and both legs super long. Inhale, exhale, draw the knees in. We're in Apanasana. Now with your knees far away from you, so you're getting the lower half of your back, go ahead and rock side to side. So you notice what part of your spine is being massaged here, right? And then bring your feet down. Extend the arms and legs long. Inhale, come back into Apanasana. Now take it to a happy baby. Notice what happens when you come into happy baby. Your hips are higher. We're getting that nice hip stretch, and when we rock side to side, notice what part of your spine is being massaged. What part of your spine is on the mat there? And then come back to center, release the feet, bring the feet down. Inhale and exhale. We're going to keep the left foot down, take the right leg up, work that ankle, point and flex, circle one direction and the other, and then just switch, work the other ankle, circle, and circle the other direction. Bring that foot down. All right, so nice and everything centered. If you like Supta Baddha Konasana, if you want to come into reclined cobbler's pose, that feels good to you, go ahead. We're going to take, otherwise just keep your knees bent. We're taking the arms long here. And we're going to extend the fingers really wide, really strong, extend, and then bring them into a fist. And extend, we want to feel the energy going all the way into the shoulders. Extend and wiggle in. And then the next time your fingers are in, rotate your wrists one direction and the other. Bring your arms back down by your, they're still long out from your shoulder, but they're down on the earth, and take your head side to side. Just seeing if there's anything left in the neck that needs to be released. And then come back up to center and start to wiggle around. Get rid of any final movement that the body is asking for, right? Any final spots that feel like they need to release. Align yourself on your mat as you start to find your way into what will be tonight's final relaxation position. When you feel like you're there, start to notice your body on the earth, arms by your side. Moving into final relaxation, inhale through the nose, and a nice releasing exhale. Just let your body melt onto the earth and be in your final relaxation. Slowly begin to bring your awareness back to your space. Invite a deeper breath. Gently bring movement back to the body. Extending long as you inhale. Giving yourself a hug as you exhale the knees in. Find your way over to a side. Coming back up to a nice easy seat. As you turn your gaze to your own good heart and your bright spirit, thank and honor yourself for your practice, and we thank and honor each other for sharing this time. Namaste.